Sean. Happy birthday for yesterday. Good timing to come back into the team on Saturday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's always nice to play. It's never easy when you're not playing, but no, to get the opportunity to go back in, and obviously the result along with it obviously helps. But yeah, I had a nice birthday yesterday, and yeah, the weekend was nice to be a part of.
So another win this weekend, and that would sort of really be the perfect week, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's always the plan going into the week, to win the next game. So we've done a lot of work over there today, and we'll have a few more bits tomorrow, but now all our focus is on Wealdstone now the weekend.
How did you feel you did coming back in? Because he seems to be getting forward a lot.
Yeah, Gaffer gives you license to get forward. We work on them patterns all the time. Some games they come off and some games they don't, but thankfully for me, I did get in a good few crossing positions in the game. Sometimes the ball was good, sometimes it wasn't, and you just need that bit of luck for a striker or an attacker to get on the end of it. But no, it's what we do these patterns every day in training, so it's nice when it does come off.
And obviously Manny's been there for the last few weeks. Has the way that he's played almost given you more licence to get forward?
No, I think me and Manny are different players. Manny's done brilliant since he's went in there. He's took his chance really well, and obviously he went into midfield the weekend and done really well again. Sometimes these things happen in football. It's never easy when you're not playing, but whether I'm in the team or out of the team, I still conduct myself the same way. Encouraging Manny especially, obviously, is in my position, but I think he's done really well, and he is a real threat going forward for us.
You've had a few cameos off the bench while you've not been starting. How important have they been to keeping the legs and lungs fully charged?
Yeah, you need to look after yourself obviously when you're not playing. Doing the right things in training, doing the right things away from the place. I think I've always been good at that. But yeah, like when you do get your chance, you obviously don't want to impress, and you don't want to be that one to make a mistake. So yeah, it's a lot of concentration, but something I think I'm quite good at.
And actually, might it freshen you up for the last sort of few games of the season? Obviously, now only 6 games of the regular season to go.
Yeah, I'd like to throw my hat in to be selected every week. So them last 6 games are very important for us, and I'll do everything I can through my performances, training, how I am in and around the place to make sure that the manager keeps me in the team.
People talk about momentum at this stage, and I guess that's important, isn't it?
100%. Yeah, it's just pride as well, personal pride. You want to win every game you go into, but it's obviously looking like it's the playoffs, so you do want the momentum going into that, and we want to give a good account for ourselves every game we play, so to be no slacking off here anyway.
A win on Saturday guarantees you top 7. Do you almost, or can you almost chalk off the targets as you go?
Yeah, I think you've probably heard it so many times from all the players and the staff, it's just the next game. And Wealdstone is what we're focused on. Obviously, I didn't know that if that does cement our place in the playoffs, well then brilliant. But we want to finish as high as we can.
Wealdstone obviously at the other end of the table, but they showed their fighting spirit, getting out of the bottom 4 on Tuesday night, beating Boston. How tough a nut will they be to crack?
Yeah, dangerous. We've spoke about a few things today on them. We need to have our wits about us going down there and treat it as any other game. We need to make sure we do the basics right. We need to run around, we need to tackle, we need to header, and then hopefully our quality will come out when we tick them things off. Because
those teams down the bottom, I think Ebbsfleet for starters, they've not been easy, have they? They will, they'll fight, they'll battle, as you would expect any team to do.
100%. You need to be right on it, whether it's Ebbsfleet, whether it's Barna. You don't get away with just rocking up and thinking you're going to win. You need to do them basics right. Maybe it's up to certain players to make sure we're on it. But yeah, no, tackling, running, the basics of what you hear, we need to make sure we're the best of them.
And in terms of getting those basics right, how much do the senior players play a part in that as well as the gaffer?
Well, the gaffer is massive. He's massive on it. And you don't get away with it, whether that be in training or games. But can, like you said, the senior players maybe help him out on the pitch, and obviously the younger lads as well to step up and help the boys. But yeah, it's obviously done through talking and being vocal and just personal standards really, but it's something I try to do a lot of talking, so hopefully it comes across and rubs off on the other boys.
And that talking must be important when someone like Ted Can comes into the team as well. You've got a new keeper behind the back 4, but he kicks off with a clean sheet.
Yeah, I think you're afraid to talk around Ted. He's a big lad, but I thought Ted done really well when he come in the weekend. It's never easy, but he's conducted himself really well. He's fitted in well. He talks himself, but can we help him by talking more? It's definitely going to help us going forward, yeah.
And he's 24 as well, so not his first loan. How much does that help? Because obviously you look at Jed and Fab, they're a little bit younger, so for them it was probably a little bit more of a new experience.
Yeah, you're going to come across all different types of characters, and whether it's their first loan, whether it's their second loan, one thing I would say is I think it's a fairly easy group to come in and bed yourself in. So if he needs help, he knows all the boys are approachable, but I think obviously coming in and putting in a performance like that has probably settled him into the group a lot quicker. And yeah, no, hopefully he can continue doing it come the end of the season.